Welcome back, Tank Nation. This is Hunt Tank coming at you with a brand new video today. Alright, new video for you guys. Today we're going to be looking at most crazy Florida man stories. Now, if you don't know, I lived in Florida for like 12 years out of the 18 years of my life. So, I'm pretty much an expert on how stupid people in Florida can be. Without further ado, let's get into these stories and let's see if I can relate or not.
Florida, 27th state of the United States with a population of 21.48 million. Its nickname is the Sunshine State, but in truth, Florida is far more popular for the insanity of its inhabitants than for its warm sunlit.
See, even though infographic, they already know we're crazy too, so shout out to them for making this video. Amazing for them to do that, so yeah.
Beaches. Odds are, even if you aren't from the US, you've heard your fair share of insane Florida man stories, and we've done our best to round up some of the truly craziest examples of why Florida should maybe be turned into a giant alligator preserve. Florida man doesn't get straw, attacks McDonald's employee. In 2018, most of the world woke up to the humongous waste of plastic that is drinking straws, and decided that enough sea turtles had been murdered in their name. Plastic drinking straw bans went into effect across the U.S. with various levels of enforcement. In Florida, the law required individuals to ask for a straw. But when Daniel Taylor went to reach for a straw in the condiment bar, he flew into a rage upon discovering there were none to be had. An employee explained that customers now had to ask for straws, only for Taylor to respond by grabbing the employee by the shirt and dragging her onto the counter. After getting punched in the face, Taylor left the restaurant only to return later and make his displeasure over the new straw law known by kicking an employee in the stomach. Taylor.
What the fuck? Bro. Okay. Straws kill turtles, which is very bad, and I honestly think it shouldn't be, of course, thrown into the ocean or anything like that, but kick the fucking employee. Oh, guys, I wouldn't do that, but that's pretty funny.
Would go on to get arrested and charged with 2 counts of battery. Florida man wears F the cop shirt to court, wins case. In 2014, a Florida man was pulled over by a state trooper and ticketed for a sticker that the trooper claims was obstructing view of the license plate. The man claimed that he was simply being harassed for recording cops forcing people to move their parked cars at a popular pullover spot by Highway 27 for no good reason. The man fought his ticket as he had promised the issuing officer that he'd do, but turned heads when he showed up to court wearing a t-shirt reading F the police, with the entire F word spelled out. Incredibly, the judge ruled in favor of the man, stating that the cops had not met the burden of proof required to ticket the man. Florida man uses private plane to draw giant penis on radar.
Hell yeah, he did. Giant penis on radar. That's my guy right there. That could be my dad. Who knows, guys?
Story is pretty self-explanatory. Aviation fans checking the website Flight Radar 24, where civilians can track the flight paths of airplanes all over the world, were shocked to discover a pilot in a private plane flying a track that on radar looked like a giant penis.
That's a sexy ass penis right there. Don't take that out of well, shit. Well. Oh.
Speculated that it might have been a giant coincidence, but the track is far too perfectly a penis for it to be anything but purposeful. Florida man charged with assault with deadly weapon after throwing alligator through Wendy's drive-thru window. Okay, here's another.
Hell yeah, he did. He didn't get his fucking burger correct. He asked for no pickles and no tomatoes, guys. How hard is that? Damn. So he had to do the only logical thing possible. Chuck an alligator in your window. Duh, damn. Wendy's over here being crazy. I don't know why this guy probably got arrested for it.
And that's pretty self-explanatory. In 2016, Joshua James found an alligator on the side of the road. Because Florida is basically the Australia of the United States, only less dangerous. Apparently unhappy with his drive-thru experience at a local Wendy's, James made his displeasure known by throwing the live alligator through the window and into the restaurant. After being arrested, James was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
See, I don't know why he was arrested, guys. Leave a comment in the section down below telling me why do you think he was arrested. I mean, honestly, guys, dang. Come on now.
The weapon, of course, being the airborne alligator. He also picked up lesser charges for illegally killing, possessing, or capturing an alligator, as well as second-degree larceny, petty theft for the soft drink he didn't pay for. After a court appearance, James was told to limit his contact with animals to his mother's dog, undergo a mental health evaluation, and avoid possessing any weapons, to include other throwable reptiles, we're assuming. Floridans warned not to shoot guns at Hurricane Irma. It started as a joke on Facebook, a public event asking people to shoot their guns.
You guys didn't do that? Shit, I guess that was only me, I guess.
At Hurricane Irma in order to stop the storm in its tracks. The event drew so much attention from all across the state, however, that authorities felt a desperate need to step in and beg people to act sane for a change. The Pasco County Sheriff's Office was forced to tweet the following. To clarify, do not shoot weapons at Irma. You won't make it turn around and it will have very dangerous side effects. We get that the whole thing had become a viral joke, but just how bad is Florida's science education that a sheriff's department felt the need to explain that bullets don't make hurricanes turn around? Florida man wears clear plastic bag as disguise to rob GameStop. Okay,
that was stupid. Dang. I always have a trash bag with eyes on it. Or like cut eyeballs in it. Dang, clear. Hey man, you do you. It is Florida.
This next one proves that even if you don't live in Florida, you're not safe from Florida man. In 2018, Carrie Hammond crossed the Georgia border and
No, not Florida man in Georgia. On Georgia man. Damn.
attempted to rob a GameStop. How did he disguise his identity in order to pull off the crime of the century? Hammond decided to throw a plastic water bottle wrapper over his head and call it a day. The best part, he wore it so that his face was looking out through the clear sides of the packaging, giving security cameras a perfect shot of his face. Needless to say, Hammond was arrested shortly after his theft. Florida man arrested for breaking into jail to hang out with friends. Friends are a great...
Hey man. My friend Gamer, he went to prison, man. Hey, I'm going in there too to just hang out with him. Me and him gonna play some Uno. I'm gonna sneak some chess in there. We're gonna have a good old time. Yeah, you're on your own, buddy.
thing. We here at Infographics consider all of you our friends. If you get thrown in jail and expect us to miss you bad enough to come break you out, you can forget about it though. Perhaps feeling the spirit of the season, 24-year-old Patrick Rempe just wanted to visit with his friends for the holidays. Forget trying to break them out. Rempe just wanted to hang out. When he was refused entry at the main door, Rempe rammed his car into it repeatedly, and failing that, decided to climb one of the two exterior fences. Upon reaching the top of the fence though, Rempe became entangled in the barbed wire, and as officers dragged him down, very painfully we might add, Rempe decided to thank them by getting into a fistfight. Rempe ultimately would get his wish as he was charged with aggravated assault and battery on a law enforcement officer, 3 counts of felony criminal mischief, leaving the scene of a crash with property damage, and surprise surprise, driving under the influence. What influence though? Well, it turns out Rempe was motivated less by holiday spirit and more by the synthetic and extremely dangerous drug Flakka. Florida man denies drinking while driving, says only drank at stop signs. By now, we've established that Florida is basically the United States' alcoholic uncle with an undiagnosed mental disorder.
Hey man, we might be an alcoholic, but takes a lot of, if you know like anybody from Florida, you know they probably could drink a lot, drink so many shots where if you were to drink 2 to 3 shots, you'd get knocked out. They would be on their 7th or 8th and they would just be fine. So, I mean, pretty much, yeah.
At least when America's drunk uncle imbibes, he does so responsibly. After hitting the bumper of the lady in front of him at a McDonald's drive-thru several times, police pulled over Earl Gustavs Stevens on suspicion of drunk driving. Police found Stevens marinating in liquor with a bottle of Jim Beam sitting next to him on the passenger seat. As he was being arrested for drunk driving, Stevens protested that he had in fact not been drinking and driving, as he only had drunk his Jim Beam at red lights and stop signs. Despite Stevens' obvious concern for the letter of the law, he was inevitably arrested and charged with a DUI. Florida man arrested after assaulting girlfriend with cooked chicken. In 2018,
Okay. Never beat your girlfriend. But, yeah, never beat your girlfriend. Now with a chicken wing, on the other hand. Yeah, don't ever beat your girlfriend.
23-year-old Juwan Brown got into a fight with his live-in girlfriend. In the heat of the moment, Brown stepped on his girlfriend's foot on purpose, prompting her to push him away. In retaliation, Brown turned to the only weapon within reach, a piece of cooked chicken. The thrown piece of chicken hit the girlfriend on the face, and shortly after, police were called. Brown would be freed on bond in order to have no contact with the defendant. But our favorite part of the story, other than, assault with chicken, is the statement that police released after the incident. We do not have information on the way that the piece of chicken was prepared. Oh, Florida, never stop being you. Florida man with no arms stabs tourist. In 2018,
Sorry for laughing at that. So, okay, so I wonder how that went down. I can't think of anything.
Jonathan Crenshaw, a homeless man with no arms known for his artwork that he creates with his feet, was approached by a 22-year-old Cesar Coronado. Details:
I would have bought in one. Or gave him a little bit of money. He's homeless. Come on now, don't be a dick.
Sketchy, with both Coronado and his girlfriend claiming that upon stopping to ask Crenshaw for directions, Coronado was immediately stabbed with a pair of scissors held in Crenshaw's feet. For his part, Crenshaw denies that he instigated the incident, instead claiming that Coronado had attacked him first. Crenshaw, who has a violent history with police, was later arrested and charged with aggravated battery. Florida man arrested for practicing karate on swans. At 9:30 a.m. on April 26, 2018, Rocco Joseph Montea was spotted by witnesses engaging in an early morning workout. As an avid karate fan, Montea began his morning workout routine by chasing swans and then kicking them in the face. A witness would claim that he spotted Montea practicing karate by kicking one swan in the head and then another on the butt. It seems that when he ran out of swans to spar with, Montea turned his attention onto a sleeping duck, which he also karate kicked.
Poor swans and ducks. You know what? I wish they would have kicked his ass.
Were promptly called, and perhaps most surprisingly of all, Montea was arrested and found to not be under the influence of any drugs, though he was charged with cruelty to animals. Florida man attacks homeless man, tries to eat his face. It was the...
Told you guys, 2021 is not gonna be different, man, than 2020. See, told you, zombies are coming out.
Zombie-like attack that kicked off the bath salts global scare. And where else would it have happened but Florida? No, seriously, this is the only place where this level of insanity could have possibly manifested and warned the world of a new drug craze that threatened to turn its users into cannibal zombies. On the morning of May 26, 2012, 31-year-old Rudy Eugene was driving into Miami Beach for the Urban Beach Week Festival when his car broke down. After spending half an hour by his disabled vehicle, Eugene ditched the car and walked along the highway on foot. Apparently high on numerous unidentified substances, the only positive identification being marijuana, Eugene began to remove his clothing as he walked, eventually ending up naked, save for his shoes and a Bible.
Imagine you're at the grocery store or you're doing your daily routine, you're jogging down the street or whatever, you just see this naked guy running at you trying to bite your face and he's just naked. Sorry for stopping the video.
Bible and shoes, however, would quickly be discarded, and shortly afterwards, Eugene ran into a 65-year-old homeless man named Ronald Papo. According to Papo, Eugene was friendly at first, knowing Papo from the work that he had done with the homeless community earlier that year. However, the now naked Eugene suddenly accused Papo of having stolen his Bible and launched a vicious attack against him. In the course of the attack, Eugene would tear off Papo's pants and then proceed to gouge out his eyes and bite off 75 to 80% of Papo's face.
Ow! Poor Pablo. Dang. I'm sorry, Pablo.
Upon being warned by police to stop his attack, Eugene simply growled at the responding officer and began to bite at Papo again, continuing his attack even after being shot. Eventually, after being shot 4 more times.
See, I tell you guys, these furries, man. Hold on.
Upon being warned by police to stop his attack, Eugene simply growled at the responding officer and
growls, man. These furries, am I right?
began to bite at Papo again, continuing his attack even after being shot. Eventually, after being shot 4 more times, the police were able to pull Eugene off the mangled Papo. A toxicology report revealed that very little other than marijuana was in Eugene's system, though a prominent toxicologist warned that the test administered wasn't looking for very many potential drugs that Eugene could have been imbibing. With the zombie-like psychotic behavior reminiscent of individuals high on bath salts, it's thought that this may have been behind Eugene's psychotic break and subsequent cannibal attack. Either way, if it was going to happen anywhere, it was definitely going to be in Florida. And there you have it, a definite list of all the reasons that Florida is America's mentally deranged alcoholic uncle.
So pretty much we're just crazy bastards. Alright, Tank Nation, that'll be the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Without further ado, Tank Nation, I'm Haunted Tank, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.